I really do not understand the Democratic Party, the DNC, or any of these guys. There's this big expectation that we are going to have the wonderful great savior that is Joe Biden. Joe Biden, the great savior. And you know what? If it were true, it would be great, and I would be on the Joe Biden bandwagon if we just knew that he had that something special for the win. It is deeper than them just looking at this man. They are just looking at the least that it will take to move progressive to win, in their opinion. What I think they don't realize is that this sets us up for a big loss. I want to show you something from Steve Kornacki.
You know, 2018, the big story there was Democrats got that 40-seat gain, won back control of the House. There was a blue wave last year. We know that. What exactly powered that wave? Now we have comprehensive, deep, detailed new data courtesy of the U.S. Census Bureau. First of all, just overall turnout. Think back to the last midterm. This was the second midterm of Obama's presidency, 2014. I mean, that was a big midterm for Republicans. The overall turnout was 42% this last fall in November. 53%. This was just staggeringly, astoundingly high turnout for a midterm election. Every group, to some extent, turned out in bigger numbers than we normally see in midterm. But some groups turned out at the rate, the increase, the surge for them was just massive. And that's the story I want to show you with two different groups here. Number one, just look at age. We talk all the time, you know, Trump, Republican Party in general, doing better right now the older you get in the electorate. So look at the oldest group of Americans, 65 plus. A gain there of 7 points for those 65 and older. Start to work your way back, though, on the age line here. 45 to 64. A 10-point jump, 30 to 44. Now you're getting into Democratic-friendly territory here. A 13-point jump. The youngest group of voters, the highest leap, nearly doubling from a paltry 20% in 2014 up to 36%, 18 to 29-year-olds. We've been talking for a long time. Boy, if Democrats could get those folks out to the polls, they could reap a payday. Well, in 2018, 36% is not huge, but compared to 20%, that makes a big difference for Democrats. Less than a high school diploma. Again, there's an increase there of 5 points relative to 2014, but that starts to get bigger as you work your way. High school now up to an 8-point increase. Now get to college. Some college a 13-point jump. Bachelor's degree, 13-point jump, and look at the turnout rates overall. Advanced degree, 12%. Again, when you get into those Democratic-friendly demographics, that's where you see the largest increase. When you get more to the Trump-friendly demographics, you see an increase, but it's not nearly on that scale. It just tells you the folks the Democratic Party has been attracting in recent years, has been targeting in recent years, they are the ones who are clearly the most activated, the most energized, and turned out and delivered Democrats control of the House in what was overall a massive high turnout midterm election. So the question for 2020, can Democrats get those same folks out with that much energy, even more of them? And can that Trump base that was not as activated, not as energized, will it return in 2020 with Donald Trump back on the ballot?
Here's the reality. No matter what Democrats do, whether they have policies that are very middle class and poor-centric or not, they're going to be accused of being socialist. Right now, we don't only have Republicans defining Democrats as just crazy socialists trying to get everything for free. We also have Democrats doing that. And in that process, that creates the problem. Here's the issue and what Steve Kornacki just showed. He showed that our growth comes from millennials, which make up the largest voting bloc in this entire country, to Gen Zs, and the dying breed are the older folks. So while we continue to try to cater our policies to older folks who have been hoodwinked into believing that social policies mean somehow we're going towards communism, the younger folks know better. But here is the kicker. All the things that Democrats and Republicans are accusing progressives of being out of the mainstream or being too left or whatever are the things that most Americans say they want. The vast majority of Americans say they want these things. We are being hoodwinked. What they want to do is they are so scared, and Democrats inclusive, they are so scared that a progressive wins, and if a progressive wins, the grand theft that continues to occur in this country, where we have a plutocracy that continues to extract from everybody else, the gravy train is over. And we know that there are few politicians who take advantage of the gravy train. Let's not be fooled. Support the progressive and vote your values. Friends, please click the button here and subscribe to the channel. That is how we get the message out.